Good evening. Thank you very much for joining us here on Mirror Now. This is Urban Debate and I am Hina Gambhir. Today, viewers, in a significant development, the Raipur police arrested one Mr. Kalicharan. Now, his followers call him Sant Kalicharan, but we are refraining from doing that. Why? Because anyone who from a public platform, Dharam Sansad, denigrates and abuses father of the nation Mahatma Gandhi, seizes the right to be accorded the hallowed status of a saint. Mr. Kalicharan was finally arrested today near Khajuraho in Madhya Pradesh. No, not by Madhya Pradesh police, but cops from neighboring Chhattisgarh. Let's speak about the crime that he had actually committed. So on last Sunday, at a Dharam Sansad in Raipur, Mr. Kalicharan hailed Nathuram Godse for killing Mahatma Gandhi. He abused Gandhiji, hurling abuses that can't even be mentioned in civilized debates or in news. Abuses which will make every constitution-abiding Indian boil with rage. The Chhattisgarh police nabbed him within 4 days of the crime. So every Indian should say, well done, Chhattisgarh police. Every lawmaker who swears by the constitution must come out and back the police. But no, surprisingly, BJP government in the state of Madhya Pradesh was actually not happy, in fact was outraged. Not as much over how Mr. Kalicharan abused Gandhiji, but over the process of his arrest. Yes, the state government has got serious problems as to why administrative red tape wasn't adhered to while arresting Mr. Kalicharan. MP's Home Minister Narottam Mishra, who had hurled threats against a song today had said that Chhattisgarh government should have summoned Mr. Kalicharan or could have called him by serving a notice at least. Not just this, MP DGP was asked to speak to Chhattisgarh DGP to register a protest for not informing the MP police for not following the protocol. Now this, viewers, is snowballing into a big political controversy, as Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel has asked BJP Neta to tell whether he is happy or sad about the arrest of the person who insulted Gandhiji. Now this, viewers, brings back memories of in fact, what really happened in Haridwar, in Uttar Pradesh, in Uttarakhand specifically. It also brings back memory of a sadhu and BJP lawmaker who backed Nathuram Godse and undermined Mahatma Gandhi in the past. Prime Minister Modi at that time had said, "We'll never forgive Pragya Thakur for insulting Bapu." Now, amidst all of this, we want to remind you of a 3-day Dharam Sansad that took place in Haridwar from 17th to 19th of December, which saw a series of hate speeches targeting minorities. In this case, Uttarakhand police has filed an FIR under section 153A promoting enmity between different groups. But the hate mongers have not been arrested yet. Can saints violate the law and enjoy immunity just because of their self-accorded sainthood? On Urban Debate tonight, we want to ask, what's more important for BJP governments of Madhya Pradesh and Uttarakhand? Gandhiji or Nathuram Godse? Harmony or hate? Dharm or Raj Dharm? That's our big debate tonight. And before I welcome my guests on this particular show and get you more on this, in fact, we will be joined by my colleague to get you more details about the arrest in this particular case. We have, in fact, a face-off that has also erupted over the arrest. MP Home Minister Narottam Mishra has questioned the jurisdiction of the arrest. Remember, the hate speech was made in Raipur and Kalicharan was arrested in Madhya Pradesh. Listen in to what they had to say.
हमें तरीके पर आपत्ति है छत्तीसगढ़ पुलिस के। यह इंटर स्टेट प्रोटोकॉल का उल्लंघन कांग्रेस की छत्तीसगढ़ सरकार को नहीं करना था। संघीय मर्यादाएं इसका बिल्कुल इजाजत नहीं देती हैं। उन्हें सूचना देनी चाहिए थी। छत्तीसगढ़ सरकार चाहती तो उनको नोटिस देकर भी बुला सकती थी।
पहली बात तो नरोत्तम मिश्रा जी ये बताएं कि महात्मा गांधी को गाली देने वाले व्यक्ति की गिरफ्तारी से वो खुश हैं या दुखी हैं। दूसरी बात यह है कि किसी नियम का उल्लंघन नहीं हुआ है। जो विधिक प्रावधान है उसके तहत कार्रवाई की गई।
Now joining us on the broadcast more on this, जयप्रकाश, आप हमें बताइए, जो आज फाइनली अरेस्ट हुआ है उसको लेकर हम देख रहे हैं किस तरह से मध्य प्रदेश के जो होम मिनिस्टर हैं उन्होंने सवाल खड़े किए हैं।
देखिए, कालीचरण ने जिस तरह से महात्मा गांधी को लेकर अपशब्द कहा था, उसके बाद एफआईआर दर्ज हुई थी और आज जो है कालीचरण की गिरफ्तारी के बाद रायपुर कोर्ट में पेश किया गया है। सुबह से ही राजनीतिक गलियारों में गर्माहट है, सियासी हलचलें तेज है। मध्य प्रदेश के गृह मंत्री नरोत्तम मिश्रा ने साफ तौर पे निशाना साधा है कि जो इंटर स्टेट प्रोटोकॉल होता है पुलिस का, उसका पालन नहीं किया गया। उन्होंने कहा है कि मध्य प्रदेश के डीजीपी छत्तीसगढ़ के डीजीपी से बात करेंगे। वहीं जो छत्तीसगढ़ के मुख्यमंत्री हैं भूपेश बघेल, उन्होंने साफ तौर पे पहले भी कह दिया था कि किसी भी तरह से कालीचरण को छोड़ा नहीं जाएगा, क्योंकि उन्होंने राष्ट्रपिता को लेकर जो है जिस तरह के अपमानजनक शब्द यूज किए हैं, उनपे जो धाराएं शुरुआती दौर में लगी थी 294, 505, उसे भी बढ़ाकर जो है 153 ए बी जोड़ा गया था। राष्ट्रद्रोह का मामला दर्ज किया गया था और अभी फिलहाल जो है मध्य प्रदेश से लेकर छत्तीसगढ़ के अलावा तमाम देश के अलग अलग राज्यों में जो है सियासत गरमाई हुई है। कालीचरण की गिरफ्तारी के बाद कालीचरण को अभी फिलहाल रायपुर कोर्ट में प्रस्तुत किया गया है। रायपुर कोर्ट में अभी सुनवाई हो रही है, लेकिन ये माना जा रहा है कि तमाम जो हिंदू संगठन के लोग हैं वो लोग भी लगातार कालीचरण के समर्थन में आ रहे हैं। लेकिन मुख्यमंत्री भूपेश बघेल ने साफ तौर पे कह दिया है कि राजनीति कांग्रेस नहीं कर रही है, राजनीति बीजेपी कर रही है, क्योंकि राष्ट्रपिता महात्मा गांधी का अपमान हुआ है, ऐसे में केस बनता है और कालीचरण को बाकायदा प्रोटोकॉल के तहत जो है उसकी गिरफ्तारी हुई है, क्योंकि उसके नाम से एफआईआर दर्ज हुई थी। और मध्य प्रदेश पुलिस को बताने का सवाल ही नहीं उठता, क्योंकि छत्तीसगढ़ पुलिस को संशय था कि अगर मध्य प्रदेश पुलिस को अगर कोई बात बताई जाती है तो बातें लीक हो सकती थी और गिरफ्तारी समय पर नहीं हो पाती। इसलिए जो है जिस तरह से इनपुट्स मिले थे उस आधार पर पुलिस ने गिरफ्तार किया है। इस पे किसी भी तरह की राजनीति नहीं होनी चाहिए, क्योंकि मध्य प्रदेश के जो गृह मंत्री है नरोत्तम मिश्रा, वो लगातार कह रहे हैं। इसके अलावा छत्तीसगढ़ के जो पूर्व मंत्री हैं, अभी फिलहाल बीजेपी से विधायक है ब्रजमोहन अग्रवाल, वो भी साफ तौर पे कह चुके हैं कि महात्मा गांधी को लेकर जिस तरह की बातें कालीचरण ने कही वो गलत है। लेकिन इसके अलावा जो है कई लोग भगवान राम को लेकर, इसके अलावा हिंदू देवी देवताओं को लेकर अनर्गल बात करते हैं, टिप्पणी करते हैं। कांग्रेस के ही लोग, उन पर एफआईआर सामान्य तरीके से कर दी जाती है, कई बार तो एफआईआर दर्ज भी नहीं होती। तो अगर इस तरह की चीजें हैं तो कालीचरण को पहले नोटिस देना चाहिए था और फिर बुलाना चाहिए था, ना कि जो है इस तरह से रात में 3:30 बजे 4 बजे उठा कर ले आना चाहिए। तो कहीं ना कहीं जो स्टेट इंटर पुलिस का प्रोटोकॉल होता है उसका पालन नहीं हुआ, कालीचरण को नोटिस देकर बुलाना चाहिए था। तो ये मामले पे साफ समझ में आता है कि मध्य प्रदेश से लेकर छत्तीसगढ़, क्योंकि छत्तीसगढ़ में कांग्रेस की भूपेश बघेल की सरकार है, मध्य प्रदेश में बीजेपी की सरकार है। अब इस कालीचरण की गिरफ्तारी के मामले को लेकर मध्य प्रदेश और छत्तीसगढ़ सरकार जो है आपस में तानातानी के मन में है, क्योंकि नरोत्तम मिश्र ने साफ कह दिया है कि पुलिसिंग का पालन नहीं हो, इस पर वो कड़ा एक्शन लेंगे।
All right, जयप्रकाश, बहुत शुक्रिया फिलहाल इस पूरी जानकारी के लिए। Now, of course, the focus is going to be on another incident, and that is from Haridwar in Uttarakhand, where hate speech was delivered. In fact, FIRs have been filed, but only against a few people. Mirror now continues to ask as to why there has been no arrest in the Haridwar hate speech case so far. We have spoken to Uttarakhand DGP. He says legal process is on. Speakers have been identified and will be charge-sheeted. Listen in.
Sir, actually, we just want to know about the facts कि इसमें अभी तक क्या हुआ है सर, ये वाले केस में जो केस रजिस्टर हुआ था हरिद्वार में धर्म संसद को लेकर।
उसमें इन्वेस्टिगेशन हो रही है। अभी मैं ना पीएम विजिट में हूँ, यहाँ आने वाले हैं हल्द्वानी जी, ठीक है। हाँ। 1 घंटे में जी, शाम को आप बात करो। ठीक
सर, आपसे बस इतना पूछना चाहिए था कि आइडेंटिफाई तो हो गए थे लेकिन अरेस्ट नहीं हुआ कोई भी अभी तक में, तो क्या हुआ सर?
एक्चुअली वो चल रहा है अरेस्ट के सेक्शन, मतलब अरेस्ट में आजकल वो 7 ईयर्स वाला रूल है ना।
हाँ हाँ,
तो उसके हिसाब से लीगली होगा, जैसे जो होगा एक्शन तो
सर। लेकिन यूजुअल जब उसमें वो लोग बाकायदा दिख रहे हैं वीडियो में तो अरेस्ट हो जाने चाहिए इसमें। मतलब हमने देखा है कि पुराने कन्हैया कुमार का केस हुआ था या जो फारूकी वाला केस हुआ था,
उसको तो गलत है ना।
वहाँ पर सर इमीडिएट अरेस्ट हो गए थे ना, यहाँ पर अभी तक नहीं हुआ, तो इसीलिए पूछना चाहते थे कि क्या लॉ अलग तो नहीं था?
लीगल नॉलेज बढ़ाना पड़ेगा ना
जी।
आप ये देखो, वो 124 से लगा होगा उसमें।
हाँ,
चेक करो 124A में अलग पनिशमेंट है, 153 में अलग है।
हाँ,
तो एक बार लीगली पोजीशन देखो फिर बताएंगे।
लेकिन इसमें आपने 124A नहीं लगाया है, इसमें आपने 153A ही लगाया है, यही आप कह रहे हैं ना? मतलब इसीलिए आपने अभी इमीडिएट अरेस्ट नहीं किया।
दोनों में गैप है ना, दोनों में सजा के क्वांटम में गैप है, एक बार देख लो। हाँ, फिर बात कर लेंगे, ठीक है।
लेकिन सर इसमें वीडियो में तो दिखाई दे रहे हैं ना वो तीनों एकदम साफ साफ बात करते हुए।
तो हम तभी तो चार्जशीट होंगे ना, वो वैसा थोड़े कि मैंने छोड़ रहे हैं, वो कोर्ट में चार्जशीट होंगे, ट्रायल होगा हम सबका।
हाँ,
सिर्फ इशू ये है कि वो सेक्शन अरेस्टेबल है कि नहीं है, ये चेक कर लो जरा।
अच्छा सर, एक और चीज बता दीजिए, आपके ऑफिसर के साथ ये लोग तीनों दिखाई दे रहे थे कल, आपका वीडियो भी आया है सोशल मीडिया पे।
उस पे मैंने रिपोर्ट मांगी है एसएसपी से, दैट इज रॉन्ग, दैट इज नॉट गुड। सो आई हैव आस्क्ड कमेंट फ्रॉम एसएसपी हरिद्वार।
अच्छा, उस पर रिपोर्ट मांगी है कि कैसे ये वहाँ पर घूम रहे हैं। अच्छा, और आपके जो ऑफिसर हैं, पुलिस ऑफिसर जिनके साथ ये खड़े दिखाई दे रहे हैं, उनके अगेंस्ट में कोई एक्शन वगैरह कुछ समथिंग लाइक दैट?
मैंने बताया ना, उनसे रिपोर्ट मांगी है कि आप परिस्थिति यहाँ थी तब बात करेंगे।
ठीक है सर, ठीक है, थैंक यू।
Let's now go across to my colleague Abhishek joining us on the broadcast for more on this. Abhishek, तो अभी इस पूरे मामले में उत्तराखंड के डीजीपी का कहना है कि अरेस्ट कर लिया जाएगा, लेकिन जो मेन अक्यूज्ड है उनका शायद नाम भी नहीं है एफआईआर में। इज इट ट्रू?
पहले खोले गए थे एफआईआर में, तो उन 2 लोगों के नाम पे पहले जांच शुरू हुई, उसके बाद 2 लोगों के बाद इन्होंने 2 नाम और बढ़ाए थे। तो उसके बाद अभी जो जांच चल रही है जी, अब जो जांच चल रही है, अब जांच का विषय यही बना हुआ है कि जो लोग वीडियोस में दिख रहे हैं, उन वीडियोस में दिखने वालों के सबके नाम करेक्शन हो रहे हैं कि कौन महात्मा, किसका क्या नाम है। उसके बाद वीडियो की पहले सत्यता जांची गई। उसके बाद जब हमने बात की, डीजीपी साहब से हमने बात की थी, तो उन्होंने सीधे तौर पे ये कहा था कि जांच में जिसके नाम आएंगे उस जांच का दायरा बढ़ा के उस जांच में उन लोगों के नाम चार्जशीट में दाखिल किए जाएंगे। चार्जशीट में आने के बाद हम उनके ऊपर गिरफ्तारी की कार्यवाही करेंगे और धाराएं बढ़ाएंगे। धाराएं अब जब पूरी जांच कर ली गई है, जहां तक जो मेरे सूत्र, जो हमारे सोर्सेज बताते हैं पुलिस के, उनका कहना है कि जांच पूरी तकरीबन हो चुकी है। जैसे कि वीवीआईपी मूवमेंट्स वगैरह की वजह से ये लेट हुआ है मामला, जिसकी वजह से मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि 24 घंटे के अंदर कुछ उत्तराखंड पुलिस बड़ा कार्यवाही करने वाली है।
बहुत शुक्रिया फिलहाल इस पूरी जानकारी के लिए। हम आपके पास फिर से लौटेंगे। Meanwhile, here are some other political reactions that we've got on the big development of the day. Listen in.
हरिद्वार में धर्म संसद के अंदर जिस तरीके के भाषण दिए गए, तलवारें निकालने और एक समुदाय का कत्लेआम करने की बात कही गई, पुलिस तमाशा देखती रही, सरकार खामोश तमाशाई बनी रही। क्या कानून खत्म हो गया? क्या संविधान को ताला लगा दिया गया? अभी तक एक आदमी के खिलाफ एफआईआर नहीं, और ये जो कुछ हुआ है ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी और उसकी सरकार के इशारे पे हुआ। भारतीय जनता पार्टी देश को सिविल वार की तरफ, सिविल वार की दिशा की तरफ ले जाना चाह रही है।
जब भी देश की आन बान शान बढ़ती है, देश का सम्मान बढ़ता है, तो कुछ इस तरह के सनकी लोग होते हैं जिनका इस तरह की खुराफात भी बढ़ती है, और उसके लिए जो भी इस तरह के हैं उनकी कार्रवाई उनके खिलाफ होनी चाहिए और होती है।
लेकिन सर इसी गिरफ्तारी को लेकर जो है अब मध्य प्रदेश और छत्तीसगढ़ के बीच, नेताओं के बीच जो है अब बयान।
भैया देखो, इसमें जो कानून है अपना काम करेगा, कोई भी व्यक्ति कानून से ऊपर नहीं है।
Let's now go across to my guests who are joining us this evening. We have Anshul Avijit, National Spokesperson of the Congress Party. We have Alok Bilal, former DGP Uttarakhand. Desh Ratan Nigam, Advocate Supreme Court, also joining us on the broadcast this evening. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining us here on Urban Debate. Let me begin the discussion with you, Desh Ratan Nigam. Big development, in fact, took place today as Kali Charan, who abused the father of the nation, was arrested. But you also must have seen the kind of reactions we got from the BJP government in Madhya Pradesh, that, you know, proper process was not really followed. What will you say about the statements that we've got, and why no action has been taken against those who were responsible for hate speeches in Haridwar in Uttarakhand on 17th to 19th of December?
In fact, if you look at section 153A, which talks of punishment up to 3 years, which is a bailable offense. And therefore, probably for that reason, under such circumstances, courts, if the punishment is less than 7 years, then the Supreme Court says that notices should be issued to them for appearance. And those notices have been issued for appearance. And if they disobey those notices, then the process of arrest would start. That is what the law is. And in the case of Raipur, the organizers have not been arrested. One is Neelkant Tripathi of the Congress, another of the NCP, and other is of the Congress. So you know who were the people who were organizing. And secondly, at Haridwar also, if you recall, Hindu Mahasabha's previous General Secretary was a member of the Congress. And subsequently, she went into TMC and contested the elections on TMC ticket against Prime Minister in Varanasi. So you have to lift the curtain to find out who are the people behind it. Anybody who has spoken and given his hate speech has to be, the law of the land has to take its due course. You can't just go and arrest a person. Supreme Court's guidelines are quite clear on this subject. If the punishment is less than 7 years, in this case, it is up to 3 years. So they have sent a notice, and the verification of videos and other things have been probably done now. So I think the process will start, and you will see if certain more things come out, probably more sections can be added. As a lawyer, I can tell you that certain sections can be added in future also, and the due course can start in the process.
Okay. Anshul, Avijit, will you like to respond? Because now the question is also about the inaction by the Uttarakhand government over the hate speeches.
Well, absolutely. I mean, this is an absolutely twisted argument. I mean, why was Siddiqui Kaptan then arrested? Why was a comedian arrested even before he could say anything on some kind of preventive kind of arrest? Why was a 22-year-old environmental activist arrested? Under all these kind of laws, UAPA, you have 124A, they've all been weaponized by this government to get after its detractors. Why have these people been not arrested in Haridwar? And this character, of course, deserves to be put. This man from Raipur who gave that terrible speech, this vile and absolutely repugnant man, needs to be thrown in jail. He never needs to come out from there from the kind of things he said. So what can I say? In Haridwar, of course, we know the nature of the government over there. We've seen it in UP, where, time after time, as elections draw closer, Hina, we are going to see this kind of sharp religious rhetoric flowing down right from the top. Last time, the Prime Minister himself said, we can tell people by their clothes. He made a distinction between Shamshan and Kabristan. The UP Chief Minister keeps talking about Abba Jan, actually adding a communal color to what is addressing a father. In UP, actually under NSA, cattle traders have been arrested. Can you believe it? National Security Act, and you arrest cattle traders. The kind of violation of laws and the weaponization that has gone on is absolutely repugnant. It's absolutely depraved that is going on. Can I tell you that every morning I get up, there is a namaz is not being read in Gurugram, right? So this is what I see every single day. In Madhya Pradesh, Mr. Narottam Mishra has actually condoned, the man who spoke against this arrest, actually condoned a bangle seller for being for the crowd, for doing exactly that, for lynching him. He said, no, it's okay. Time and again, BJP leaders have been queering the pitch. They've been speaking and trying to create a kind of a polarization as it draws closer. But the problem is, it's not just about the elections anymore. It's every single day you find some kind of a hate speech. You find vegetarianism, non-vegetarianism as a proxy for Hinduism and Islam. You see all these kind of things. You find that somebody in Mathura who's a vendor, who's innocuously put the name of a god on his stall, is actually beaten up for that. So every day you find these kind of incidents. It's absolutely appalling.
Can I respond?
Okay. Anila Singh, spokesperson of the BJP, also now joining us on the broadcast. Deshrata Nigam wants to respond, but before that, Anila Singh, your reaction. The question is, can saints really violate the law and enjoy immunity in this country, in BJP-ruled states specifically, if because of their self-accorded sainthood?
My Ram Ram to everyone, and nobody is above the law. Nobody is above the law. Whether that person is saint, whether that person is a sant or some Maulana or whoever. If somebody is trying to take law in his or her hands, then definitely law is there to take its own course. But yes, the way, I can say the people or the group of people or the political parties who hate Hindu, who hate Hindutva, who hate Hindutvadis, they are the ones who have started an agenda again to insult the religion. So because you are annoyed of the speech given by few of the saints, you're going to say that anybody who is wearing bhagwa, that person is full of hate and full of hate for one particular religion. That is absolutely incorrect. For our country, as I mentioned, that if you're going to ask me, is there any one particular law for hateful speech? No, there are several other laws under IPC. They cover hateful speech. So, I mean, police is there, administration is there.
But ma'am, why, the people who gave these hate speeches have not been arrested so far? Why the people who gave these hate speeches in Haridwar have not been arrested so far is my very, very simple question. Because today, Kali Charan was arrested near Khajuraho in Madhya Pradesh by Raipur police. The hate speech was given on last Sunday. He abused Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the nation. And, within 4 days, he was arrested. Why similar thing has not happened in Uttarakhand? That's my simple question to you.
I need to know one thing. How many FIRs are being launched? How many FIRs are being launched? I was listening to spokesperson from Congress party, and again his approach towards Sanatan Dharma or Hindu religion, I will say, was so hateful. And he doesn't have to say anything about his leader who compared our religion or RSS with Boko Haram and ISIS. What about that? And his leader said that it's good. In 1984, when Sikhs were killed by somehow by the protection of ruling Congress party at that time, he said it's good because these Sikhs had killed Muslims in 1947 partition. Now they are being killed. So God has taken its own course. So now in this case also law will take its own course. Nobody is saying, nobody is protecting anybody. But when, they are
Mr. Alok Lal, when everything is out there on camera, we spoke to Uttarakhand DGP as well, who told us that the investigation is going on. But then we have another video where we see cops, standing with these people who allegedly gave these hate speeches, but nothing really has happened so far. Why is the delay, in your opinion, sir?
I think the entire reason for the delay can only be some procedure which is being followed. I'm not aware of what procedure is being followed because the available evidence is so strong that there doesn't seem to be a lot of procedure involved in doing what should be done. In my opinion, such inflammatory get-together as we saw in the name of Dharma Sansad, I will not call it Dharma, it was Adharma. So that Sansad had given a call for a genocide. And they had gone to mention numbers of how many people will be killed by how many. And so all these things are extremely unacceptable in our society, in any society in the world. And if we are not immediately taking action against these people, then there is something seriously wrong with our way of looking at things. My feeling is that Uttarakhand, which is gearing up
for an election in near future must immediately come down heavily on things like these. Otherwise, by the time we have the elections, we'll have an uncontrollable situation. We have to keep such elements as those who participated in this Dharm Sansad to be controlled, to be where they deserve to be. I think for them, the correct place is behind the bars for what they have done. What could be worse? The kind of calls they have given to the people of India, and they are asking Hindus to go and kill Muslims. How can this be acceptable to anybody in any civilized society? In my opinion, the arrest should have been done by now. It is already late, but it should not be further delayed.
Mr. Deshratan Nigam, do you agree?
See, I told you, first we should not compare what happened in Raipur with that of Haridwar. They have different sections, and to Congress's rhetoric that why Siddiqui Kappan or others were arrested, they had section 124A, which is for sedition, and certain sections of UAPA. I think as a lawyer, I can make that clarification because I don't have the privilege of getting rhetorical on this channel, being a very factual channel as this is. And secondly, I was able to tell you the organizer, name of the first organizer of the Raipur Dharm Sansad, who was Neelkant Tripathi, who was the National Secretary of NCP. And the second organizer is the Dudhadhari Mutt. His head is Mahant Ram Sundar Das. He's a former Congress MLA. First you organize it, and then you file a complaint. So you can understand the deep conspiracy which is going on.
Let me play devil's advocate here. Mr. Deshratan Nigam, let me play devil's advocate here. Even if, people from NCP and Congress were the organizers here, at least the arrest has happened. I mean, that person, the person who abused the father of the nation, who abused Gandhi ji, has been arrested. Why I am comparing these two events is only because it is about hate speeches. I mean, in Haridwar as well, in a Dharm Sansad, we saw hate speeches being made openly. It's out for everyone to see, yet no arrest has been taken. Of course, I know that these are two very separate events, sir, but then if one state government has taken an action, even though the organizer was probably one of them only, what is stopping the Uttarakhand government from taking action against the people who were responsible? That's my simple question to you, sir.
The simple question has a logical and a legal answer. So I have given you the conspiracy about Raipur. Now let me come as a lawyer because I don't have the privilege of being rhetorical. Reason being that in Haridwar Dharm Sansad, they have invoked the section according to the FIR, the ingredients of 153 has been made out, which is punishable up to 3 years. And Supreme Court guidelines are very clear. Don't arrest anybody where the offense is punishable with less than 7 years, give them notice. So those are guidelines which are easily available. So I believe they're following the guidelines. If certain more things come out of investigation, I think, and it's not a matter of smiling Congress spokesperson, because I'm quoting Supreme Court. You can smile or laugh at Supreme Court, but again, I told you, I don't have that privilege.
These were depraved comments made by there. No. You can't just hide under refuge of law, saying this act and that act. I mean, these were absolute. These guys were nutcases.
Let me answer. Please have a bearing for a minute.
Okay, Anshul, one at a time. Let him finish. Let him finish his point. Let him.
No, of course. He mentioned me that I was smiling.
Let him finish. Let him finish his point. Then I'll come to you. I'll give you time to respond. Yeah.
See, the
Deshratan Nigam, quickly make your point. Then Anshul.
Congress spokesperson does not believe in any law or the act. Everything is governed by the law made by the Parliament or the judge-made law of the Supreme Court. So he does not understand that. You can't go beyond that. Notices have been given for their appearances. And if they do not appear on account of those notices, then there is a process to follow. You just can't go and arrest because in Chhattisgarh...
Anshul, now, your turn.
Different sections are there. Absolutely different sections are there.
No, this government has consistently
Anshul wants to respond.
Weaponized. No, I'm just telling you that this government has consistently weaponized all these laws, the three of them. There's NSA, UAPA, and 124A at their own convenience. I mean, then what happened in the Lakhimpur case? Why wasn't that man arrested? After 1 week, he got arrested. So you can keep saying some kind of procedural intervention will take place, which will prevent them from being arrested. This argument does not hold. You know, these people said vile and repugnant, almost depraved things. You know, the man in Raipur said the same thing. Absolutely nauseating stuff. I mean, they're still ringing in my ears. I'm glad you didn't play these out. No channel should ever play them out ever again. We don't want to hear them because it gives publicity to this kind of comments all the time. So we want to see these people behind bars, which happened in the Haridwar event. I don't care if there's protocol
Last
or procedure.
comment from the BJP spokesperson. Last comment from the BJP spokesperson. How soon can we expect action in this particular case? We've heard statements, but no action
Law
so
will take
far.
its own course. Law will take its own course. But I have to say one thing here. Congress spokesperson did not respond when I asked him that what he has to say about his own political leader who has insulted our religion. He doesn't have to say anything when Rahul Gandhi says Hindu acha hai, Hindutwadi kharab hai.
Okay.
This person doesn't know that everything, whether we talk about Hindu...
That's another topic that you're raising, Anila Singh. Of course, we'll have a debate on that one as well, for sure. I can promise you that. But for the moment, I'm completely out of time. You continue to say that law will take its own course. We'll really see what happens next in this case. I appreciate all of you for joining us here on Urban Debate this evening. We have to quickly move on because